Hello, welcome back once again. This is Southpaw with another commentary. I say once again, it's been about a year since I last played Allegiance. Been about a year since I last did one of these, so you're going to see some pretty crappy flying from my part. I'm as rusty as all hell. My situational awareness is off. My aim is off. You're gonna see the full 9 yards here. So this first game today, we're going to see Superglucose comming Gigacorp and Win98SE comming GT, one of my favorite operating systems there. So we'll jump right into it here. This is quite an interesting game. Bit of GT cheese, probably not a great idea in a smallish game, but let's see how we get on. So I'm on the Gigacorp side here. Um, Thinking about what I want to do, remembering what all this stuff is. I don't take a great loadout here. I should probably leave that ammo if I'm thinking about miner hunting, or at least take one probe. But nevertheless, off we go. Joined at the start of the game, so initial scouting is going on. So as usual here, early game, I either want to wait and go with the cons, or I want to scout some sectors out. And I'm choosing to scout a little bit. Let's get some of the map discovered. Give our commander the best chance of seeing various tech rocks. You're also going to see me trying to get the damn HUD the way I want it. Nope, not that one. At least I can be useful looking for some LFs while I work it out. There we go. Now I know what I'm doing. Give me the HUD from 10 years ago. That's what I need. So here's a hostile scout. I don't want to bleed off too much speed here, so I'm just going to divert past the LF. I suspect that he might have dropped some procs when he saw me, and there it is. So I've just dodged that. Just going to go in behind the LF here. He might have also proxed before he entered this sector. Some scouts do that, so I don't want to go charging straight through. Just going to give it a bit of time for that prox to go. There's another scout, so that delays me again. Now I see him turn, thinking about coming to go for me here. And so I'm just backing off, keeping the LF between us. Drop that prox way early. And he bugs out anyway. So I haven't made it very far. Made it one sector. Wasted some procs. Avoided some procs. Let's go. Another U-Rock. A lot of U-Rocks this game. Checking the minimap, seeing what's going on. Wondering whether he's pushing his cons mid-high, so I'm trying to find that hole. Divert down there. Misplay here, should take that probe out. There we go. Opening Palisade. GT cheese. So I'm letting the comm know that there's a pally out. Pretty unconventional move. And that's a large con. I've got no chance of stopping that. Now here's another misplay. I'm going to intercept this miner, but I'm going behind it. I really should check the minimap, see where it's going. My loadout is not a miner killing loadout. I drop in behind it, realise I've made a mistake. Right now I should be way ahead of it, proxing that hole. Dropping all the procs on the other side so it runs straight through them. And misjudging the size of the Gigacorp scout. Nice. Real smooth. So right now I'm thinking, close enough to use the dumbs, but not worth it before we get through the hole. How not to kill a miner, kids. Look at that aim. Oh, man. That's me trying to remember what the chaff key is. Drop some procs, hide behind the rock. Way too late. You can just see their pallies going in. So they've sent everything pretty much mid-high. So our op is up low, and it's quite close to their home aleph. And there is a bit of discussion about that going on in the chat. There's a bit of worry that they might bomb it early. So I'm going to go ahead here and get a probe layout. Try and get some eyes in there so if they do bomb, we see it with enough time to maybe D. Because I'm going in his home, I drop the missiles to start with. Just reduce my SIG a bit. Now you're going to see that Aleph is just about 3k from our op. Here I'm thinking, Scout's engaging that fighter. That fighter's eating dumbs. So I switch to the nan, think maybe I can do a quick bit of combat nanning. But he's going to eat another dumb. How close that garrison is to Resnick. It's about 1.5k. Bomber would be through there before we knew it. So I'm just going to do this real quick. I don't make a brilliant job of it. Just chuck some probes down. Catch that initial bomb run. Then I see there's some minor row going on. Load up the dumbs. See, we've got a carrier, so let's rip in there. Maybe we can help out. This Patty doesn't really need my help. It's got pretty good sensors. It's within weapons range of that miner already. But I'm here. And again, misjudging the size of the Giga Scouts. Ouch. Thank you, Giga Shield perk. Now, this is a nice move. This is what I should have done earlier. Fungus here. Boosts into the Aleph. Prox is on the other side. That miner's going to eat procs when it goes through. So I'm through and it's all but dead. Light it up with a couple of dumps and help finish it off. nice kill now. My loadout's empty. I've got no procs, I've got no probes, I've got no ammo, got no more dums. Gonna rip home. Checking the minimap. Work out what my next move's going to be. See, we're building up high, which is nice. That should give a good access to miners. But here I'm thinking, I'm worried about mid-low. Thinking that's probably where he's going to push his next wave of cons. I should go and drop some probes in there so we can eye them. My complete lack of situational awareness, I do not notice that we're also sending an opcon in there. So it kind of looks like, yeah, okay, I'm on con D here. Make sure that outpost gets in and okay. I've no idea it's there. And I'm like, opcon, nice. But still, not thinking. Came here to probe, I'm going to drop some probes. But remember, I'm probing for a con push. Completely forgetting that once that op builds, it's going to eye any cons. And that realization dawns on me in about 30 seconds after I've already dropped a few probes. I realize that I'm wasting my time. So while I'm doing this, there's a bit of miner going on mid-high. Gigacorp Patroller, love the Patroller. Always fun to fly. There I go thinking, waste of time this was. I'll just put one more probe on the rock. Closest HE rock to his home, just in case one of his miners walks in here. Now they've got another large con out in his home. And that's their research station. They are going full GT cheese rush. I quite like the Pally and the research station as a second tech path for GT, but yeah, going that for your primary path is asking for trouble, particularly in a small game. So having a quick look around, see if there are any miners in here. Then I'm going to probe the rocks for the next time there are. And we're going to deprobe on the way through. This guy calling for a pickup. Get him back in the fight nice and quick, and I can carry on with my business. So at this point we've got pretty good map control. Although with the notoriously flimsy Giga outposts, but still. We've got low, medium, low, and high. He's managed to get cons through the middle. So he's pretty much got those middle three sectors to mine. Again, thinking about my next move. Two fighters on that mana. I'm thinking about how best to do it. The comm saying that the miner will make it through the Aleph. So I head home. Very quick change and get straight out. So there's the miner. I should be nanning that right now. It's cool. Pick up the comm. Make sure it gets home. Come in here, back checking for miners. In case he's trying to sneak a bit of HE out, but the sector's pretty much mined out. I think we've mined it mostly. Waste of a dumbfire. Stick a probe on that rock in case he comes back for regen. Yeah, I'm kicking my heels in here. Wasting time. I could be doing something much more useful than this. Just drop my last probes. Get the heck out. Now there's a miner. Where am I going? Wrong sector. Loading up something with a bit more damage output. And you see in the little icon there, they've got Mustangs at this point. I don't like Mustangs in a small game. Good damage output, medium range and long range, but you really need a turret gunner. And in a small game, that ties down two pilots in one ship. Mustangs on minor D. I'm taking an age to work out what to do. Thankfully, the comm's been merrily investing. We've got an expansion. Giga expansion's a weird thing to fly to. Don't get much benefit out of the shield perk. And plenty of harm out of the whole nerf. Another nice minor kill there coming up, I think. Whilst I mess around in this sector. Back to probes. So here I'm probing to make sure that our nice new expansion, which as you can see is really close to that hole. Make sure nothing surprises us coming out of mid-low. Look how close that is. And really close to the op that side as well. At this point I'm thinking, wow. So I'm going to do a slightly better job of probing this. And notice there's that nice big rock that will obscure most of the outpost sensors. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to come in behind that rock, put a probe on the Aleph side, so it should eye anything coming past it. Probably taking too much time over this. There I go, I've roughly lined myself up. So I want to get in to the shadow, the sensor shadow behind that rock. And it's at this point that I remember that I've forgotten all of the numbers, all of the scan ranges, sig ranges, to make this really useful. But still. Also remembering my previous two efforts getting close to rocks in the Giga Scout. Don't want to ram the damn thing head on. And there is a PT bomber. So I send out the call, which means we need to do that expansion. Now, if they could have got their whole team un-eyed on this run, this game might have gone differently. But I was in here and eyed them. Now my probes are eyeing them. And there's enough time to get some D up. So I'm thinking I've got one prox. What I should have done is gone straight for the hole. Prox to the other side. I'm too slow. Could have proxed all of them. As it is, I think I get a couple of assists. Dropping my prox now. Opening up with my piddly GAT one. Not going to do much. But luckily we've got the ints inbound. Look at that. Blink, blink, blink. So there's one bomber left. Didn't scratch the hull. That, I think, was probably their best chance to win this game. And it was eyed with just enough time. Another minor kill. Very nice. So they're starting to hurt for money now. And I'm going to go finish the job probing that sector just to make sure, in case they deprobe, which they don't. Now these are too close, but that's okay. If they're not deprobing, We just need to eye the bomber on launch. You see here the old fly in a straight line drop probes. Try and get them coming out the red door. So we've been mining away merrily whilst this has been going on. I don't think we've lost any miners in this game. So we've got all kinds of cash. And we have Mini 3 heavies up. Here I am boldly in my GAT 1, Prox 1, no dumbs. Yeah, get some, get some. Gonna just drop my procs so we can push it through the procs. Decent assist there, given how little firepower I can actually put out. I don't think I did much of that. Just checking their map position. They're in real trouble. They need to get one of these PT bomber runs to be successful, but against Mini 3 heavies, very unlikely. As long as we see them coming, pretty much no chance. Yeah, bold move here. I'm in the interceptor. I'm going to boost all over the place. Still got my one gun turned on. Look at that aim, man. See, they're coming in too slow. Ones and twos. They need to come together, be un-eyed. I think at this point they probably know the jig is up. We don't have endgame yet, but it's coming. Just backing off the hole here to give myself a bit of reaction times. As you've seen, I'm pretty rusty. Now I should be realizing they're probably not coming. Checking the minimap. I think now I realise, yep, yet again, wasting my time. Let's go do something more useful. Like try and remember the Giga base models. Here they go again on the expansion. Don't overboost. And try and get something on him. Yeah, boosting while firing there. Way too out of practice for that to work. Just checking the KBs on the pods. Let them float. It's not too long of a walk, but let them float anyway. Comms called for HGT run. One of my favourite things to do in Allegiance, NAN and HGT. So I'm like, yes please. Thinking about dropping the shield. Got NAN 2, which is basically cheating. Realise we're probably not going stealth. Keep the shield. Comms called that he's going to go from Goron. So in a minute you're going to see me go and check for Eye and Goron. If there is anything in there, the heavy int that's there now is not going to be able to deprobe. So I'm going to go and have a quick check. Make sure that we're not seen. Raise my SIG. No eye. No eye on the telly. There's the comm calling for a NANs. So I should be doing a bit more SIG raising here, just checking around the telly for eye, but I'm not. I've been pretty confident that they haven't really been probing at all this game. And it'll be too late anyway, because here's that HDT. Just going to drop in behind him for some rams. Although notice I've still got my GAT loaded. It's not going to be too helpful. There we go. Get that sexy NAN 2 going. Nice model. Nice and easy to ram. Now, GT base doors. Glad he's flying it and not me. I'd be bouncing all day. Stangs are out. Bit of cross nanning, which again, basically cheating. Switch to the HDT, make sure it's okay. He's coming at that from a funky angle. Again, rather him than me. But you know what? No worries. Straight in. Easy peasy. Job done. I'll go and spray some Mini 3 bullets harmlessly into space. Look at that. Wayward. Very wayward. That's right. This is critical. It's really critical that right now in the game, I be shooting this TP. And ramming it, just in case. Evidently, I really want this kill. And it rips. Alright. So, kind of good game, kind of interesting. There have been better games of a leg, but GT Cheese, only do it if you've got a team, a big enough team, and you're willing to put up with the inevitable bitching it will ensue. Thanks, hope you enjoyed this. Next couple of videos, bit less scouting, bit more action, but hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thanks for checking it out.